Excuse me. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. New setup today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama All right, here we go. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Oh man, this is so fantastic. Oh, what a word your name is. No wonder they call it God. God, just for that, man. Yeah, I'll call that name God, man. Hare Krishna. You're my God, man. Your name is my God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Krishna. Oh yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Gauranga Nityananda Jesus Srila Prabhupada Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Here's the link. Come on, everybody. Don't just sit back there like boobs. Somebody come on, man. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Here we go. What about you, Tom? Where the hell are you? Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. What a great name, man. People are listening to so many other names, so many other broadcasts, and they're in fear and panic, and we're in happiness and boldness and ecstasy. Change your God, man. Don't listen to Fauci. Make you bored and depressed. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna, Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna, Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Can you believe it? Tom said he's doing the dishes. What a time to do it. You can always do dishes. What's he having to do the dishes? What an excuse is that? Tom, I'm surprised he's doing the dishes. Hare Krishna. This important program is on and he's doing the dishes. Oh my God. Hare Krishna. Poor excuse. Very poor. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, We got a dancer here. There he is. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. There you go. This is for you, Lalita Madhava. There you go. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Gauranga Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Positive Productions.
Okay, well, tambour chanting, change it up a little bit. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Sometimes it's nice just to chant Japa. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Oops. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari. Oops. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So I'll read a little bit here. This is from the Chaitanya Mangal by Lochan Das Thakur. With a voice choked with emotion, I bow my head before the goddess Saraswati. O goddess, please play on my tongue. I am an ignorant person. I want only that no obstacles will stop this book. I bow down before the devotees of Lord Vishnu, devotees who are very fortunate, devotees whose virtues purify the whole earth, devotees who are merciful to everyone, devotees who love everyone, devotees whose pastimes be inauspicious to the three worlds. I am worthless. I don't know right from wrong. I want to climb and grab the sky. I'm a blind man who wants to find a splendid jewel, even though I have no power to see even a mountain. What will become of me, I do not know. There is but one hope. The Lord accepts any person, high or low, that sings his glories. He is merciful to everyone, to a splendid jewel, even though I have no power to see even a mountain. What will become of me, I do not know. Please hear the glories of Vaishnavas without any ulterior motives. They are merciful to everyone. They live to benefit others. To others they give even their ornaments. Their hearts become happy when they do good to others. To others they give even their ornaments. But what are those ornaments? People, oh, gold, silver. Oh, yeah, no. Better than that. Ornaments, the ornaments of bhakti, man. That's the real treasure. They give it out of gratitude for people listening to what they say. To give them a chance to relish the truth and taste it. There's room, when there's room for the word, you get the ornaments. By the mercy of his feet, I will sing these songs. That is the hope in my heart. His 2 feet, which fulfill all desires, I always hold in my heart. There we go. Glory, glory to Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Glory, glory to Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Glory, glory to Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Yeah. Glory, glory to Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And glory to Lord Nityananda. And glory to Lord Nityananda. Glory, glory to Lord Chaitanya. And glory, glory to Lord Nityananda. Oh. Glory to Lord Advaita Chandra. Glory to Lord Advaita Chandra. Yeah. It's amazing, people, these persons, they think of the welfare of all mankind. And the illusion is people think for their own welfare, This is the problem, and people listen to them. See, they should be listening to these words, listening to the glories of those who think for the welfare of all people. That's the association. Just to hear their names, you get purified. You get polluted. Hearing from those who are thinking for their own welfare or their little elite group. This is what the world is. That's why it's so limited now. People, they listen to their hearing from those who are thinking about their own welfare. Okay? These beings are a source of purification because they think for the welfare of others. Because they know what is going to be they have the power for that, the power to know what is important, what really important. Yeah. Glory, glory to Gadadhar and Narhari, who are 2 masters of my life. Glory, glory to Gadadhar and Narahari, who are the masters of my life. O masters, please be kind and cast an auspicious glance upon me. Lord Gore's fair and splendid form. Lord Gore's fair and splendid form. Lord Gore's fair and splendid form. Is splendid like gold and filled with mercy. Is splendid like gold and filled with mercy. Falling down before the reddish soles of his cooling feet. Falling down before the reddish soles of his cooling feet. Falling his cooling feet. I will sing his glories. I will sing his glories. Oh, Krishna. Oh, devotees, let us sit down together and touch the coolness of Lord Gore's feet. Let us sit down together and touch the coolness of Lord Gore's feet. Let us sit down together and touch the coolness of Lord Gore's feet. Let us bow down before Sachi's son. 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 O Lord, for even a single sesame seed's worth of time, please give us your glance of mercy. O Lord, even for a sesame seed's worth of time, please give us your glance of mercy. Advaita Charya Gosai is the crest jewel of all masters. Advaita Acharya Gosani is the crest jewel of all masters. By the mercy of his feet, this world has become fortunate. By the mercy of his feet, this world has become fortunate. That's literal, by the mercy of his walking this earth, the world has become fortunate. And also, because of his going here and there and associating with the devotees in Lord Chaitanya's left pastimes too. So those are his feet also. Just chanting those pastimes. Go ahead.
Because of his begging for the Lord to come?
Yeah. It's all part of his feet touching the planet. That's why the devotees come and the Lord comes. Otherwise, we're bound, we're bound by the Maya. We need to be liberated. We need the liberators, otherwise without them, we can't make it. That's how our pride has to be broken like that, like we can do something. Dude, we're caught in the spider's web. That's why these people, they can't get out. You see, the masses are controlled by the Lord's Maya, and those who are controlled by the Lord's Maya, they can't get out. Neither the demons nor the demigods. They're trying to get out. Like a lot of these, the people that actually are, they're more intelligent, and they're more more giving. They're more loving actually towards thinking of the welfare of others. They're trying to help people with knowledge, but you need this name in Kali Yuga. You need to just chant the name and be liberated by the name. Otherwise, it's just too strong. We're too weakened. Need to strengthen the name, strength of association with real devotees. Even a few, really helps. The masses, they need big masses to stay in line, in their line of illusion. All you need is a small circle of devotees that could affect millions. Yeah, that's what kind of we're working on here. People getting really steady, committed, realizing, hey man, what other shelter you got in this world, man? Yeah. There he is. Tom has finished the dishes. There you go. I was just joking with you, Tom. I was just feeling in a joking mood. Yeah, so devotees, let us sit together and touch the coolness of Lord Gore's feet. Let us bow down before Sachi's son. I bow down and sing, O Advaita, O Master of Sita's life. I bow down and sing, O Advaita, O Master of Sita's life. It's all about bowing down, man. What are you bowing down to? I don't bow down to anybody. Baloney. Everybody's bowing down. I bet you're bowing down to Bill Gates or Fauci or President Trump, right? And you know who's doing it when you glorify what they're doing. Oh, amen. I believe in what I wear a mask faithfully every day. Matter of fact, I never want to take it off. I'm a virtue signaler. See, you're praising the Lord's Maya and those who are controlled by it. See, so we got to bow down to something, man, because that's our nature, is to bow down. You bow down to the Lord's Maya and you think, I'm a master, I'm in control. Even these elite people, they think they're actually in control. They're not in control at all. They're being controlled by the illusion. What is this? They think they're controllers. No, they're controlled by illusion, and they are going to suffer the result of that too. Because that's what you do when you're in karma, right? What we're doing is the only thing that dissolves karma and gets you out of this good and thing, being the good fighting the bad and the bad fighting the good. They do this. They've been doing this since immemorial. But this gets you out. Oh, here we go. Shamaguri. Hey, welcome. Let's see. I offer my respectful obeisances to Lakshmi Thakurani. I offer my respectful obeisances to Lakshmi Thakurani, who is the Lord's wife, was bitten by the snake of separation. See, these beings are from the spiritual world. They come here. That's why just meditating on you meditate on them, you're meditating on the spiritual world. You know, it's not like meditating on ordinary people or people in the worldly minded. You get a worldly result. You meditate on these persons, you bow down, start to, relish their association and realize the power of it, the mercy of it. You become free of illusion. That's why they come here. That's why the family of God has come here, to liberate us. When you start to feel like a family member, oh, this Lakshmi Devi is the wife of my Lord. I offer my respectful obeisances to Lakshmi Thakurani, who is the Lord's wife. She was bitten by the snake of separation from the Lord. How fortunate she is to be the Lord's wife. But what about me? Oh, the Lord's unlimited. He can have many wives. You could be one of them. It's not like, oh, Ivana Trump, you are so fortunate to have Mr. Trump as your husband. Oh, you're so fortunate. You're so fortunate. But that's how it is in the world. It's all limited, You're so fortunate. And with God, everything is unlimited. Isn't it? Yeah, she's very fortunate, and so are we. We're becoming the wives of the Lord too. Isn't it amazing? Better than that, his having affairs with him. That's more juicy, it's more sneaky. Transcendentally sneaky. Yeah. See, there's unlimited. The Lord can have unlimited wives. So that, he comes with an example. She's the one example, but this is not limited to her. Isn't that nice? This is we're on this journey towards unlimitedness, unlimited bliss, unlimited happiness. And there's no restriction. It's not here. Everything's restricted. Oh, well, I'm sorry. There's only one Ivana Trump. You'll never be the husband of Trump. She, it's, not for you. Everything's limited here, but with God, it's unlimited. No, he can have so many wives. We can be one of them. You can be a cowherd boy, whatever, intimate. I offer my respectful obeisances to Mother Vishnu Priya, who lives in Navadvip, the reddish soles of Lord Gaura's feet. Are the ornament which she wears. Reddish soles. That interesting. There's two there. Reddish souls. Two souls. It's so funny. The more I think, it kind of shows me these amazing, interesting things. Two souls. Yeah, that's true. There's two souls there. There's the devotee, and then there's the Lord. Two souls of his feet. See, there's not one soul. You notice? He's not just hopping around. He's dancing around, man, on two souls. So literal. Huh? Krishna designed all this stuff, and when we go into higher consciousness, start to see the most amazing things. Two souls, yeah. Devotion. Devotion to Krishna. Devotee and the Lord. And those are the two souls of his feet. Not one. We don't want just Krishna, one soul. We want two souls, the prema, the personification. He's both Radha and Krishna, twin divinities. That's why, we're not complete without them, because it's got to be the devotee represents the devotion and the Lord. Otherwise, we're not complete. That's why we're only hopping around on one leg. You ever see cripples? They need hopping around, walking. You look at a cripple, the guy's crippled, man. He's not. That's everybody. Everybody's crippled. They're crippled because they're actually not walking. They're actually walking on two, but they walk funny. You know why they walk funny? Because their other leg is Maya. They're walking like weird, like that. You ever see people? They look really like there's this one lady that Sachi, of course, is. Where is she? There she is. Yeah, Sachi's always, and she always sees Sachi and says, "Oh, that's Sachi, over here," and she hobbles. Very hobbling. Remember that lady out there? You see every day. She's looking for you every day. She hobbles because
more money.
yeah, anything. But it's because attached to Maya. It makes everybody like a weakling, makes you crippled. That's your other half is Maya. Cripple-minded, crippled physically even. You become very, crippled, just... Yeah, Maya is crippling, that's the Lord's Maya. So the souls are stuck in that. They don't know. They don't know. They think, well, it's natural to be attached to Maya. And we come along and say, no, you should be attached. Become a wife of Lord Vishwambara, man. Become attached to Krishna. And here's his name, Here's his name. Let's chant together. And become attached to his name, and himself is the same. His name is left here. His pastimes, his qualities, his devotees. Let's hear about them instead of hearing about the crippling Maya. The illusion, talks, everything. Lord Chaitanya, Krishna taught Brahma. He said, anything devoid of association with me is my Maya. See, that's probably everybody in the world, practically. Not everybody, but most actually. Most souls that's why they're in the Maya, is they're devoid of association with the Lord. And so they never talk about God. They're not meditating on these incarnations and these merciful devotees. No, they're meditating on money, on wealth. See, this is the Lord's Maya, his illusion. On materialistic persons, motivated persons that are self-serving, self-interested, who lie and cheat. And actually, it's a religion. Those who serve the Maya very deeply, the demons, they like being hypocritical. They think lying is great. Lying is a sign of power. If you believe it, if you believe in their lies, they think, well, you're weak, you're stupid. See? So that's their faith, that's their belief, but that's illusion. See, that makes them self-centered. Oh, it's all about me and my particular family and my group. Okay, so you meditate on the Lord, you become more unlimited in your thinking, more you see the connectedness of everything. How we're all connected, and you want to benefit others because it increases your happiness. See, wealth. That's why these billionaires, these guys, people, you're listening to the wrong persons out there. These billionaires, trillionaires, they're never satisfied. They want more. The Bezos guy, in Amazon wants more money, never enough, more control. It's not enough, let people live and let live. No, we live. Our little group, and you have to become slaves. This is the height of illusion. That's why the Lord has to eventually come here, because this consciousness takes over and destroys everything. That's all it is the Lord's. That's why there's these three energies. The ignorance, which destroys, and then there's creation. See, creation is the passion, and maintenance is Vishnu, and then destruction comes eventually. The only reason, why destruction doesn't have to come in this world. It's only destroyed because people don't believe in the maintainer of the world. See, the maintainer of the spiritual world. Yeah. And therefore, that's why destruction comes. Otherwise, can you imagine if people were meditating on the maintainer of the spiritual world? We would be maintained on all levels. We would maintain others also. We would speak life into people. This is life, man. The truth is life. This is not just how to overcome the demons with knowledge of what they're doing. That's all they're doing, is pointing out, this is what they're doing to you. No, this is knowledge of the creation, maintenance, and destruction of the world, as well as the maintainer of the spiritual world. That's the Shuddha Bhakti. That is life, man. We speak this life. If people just hear these topics, you understand this is, oh wow, just meditate on the names of God in His pastimes, His qualities, and there's the life in it, the philosophy, these truths. See, this is Bhagavatam. What you're hearing right now, this second, is Bhagavatam, the highest truth, Shuddha Bhakti. See, that's that incredible rapturous bliss and ecstasy of that transcendental world can be in your life and here in your temple. You bring it down into the temple. Thy will be done on earth in this temple, as it is in the spiritual world, just by this meditation, just by learning how to meditate. And not only, when you start to feel it, man, especially in a society devoted, you start to feel this bliss and this ecstasy. Now you're being maintained by the Lord of the spiritual world, not by the Lord of the lords of the material worlds. That's his shadow. It's just a shadow of the truth. You start to realize, these things that Jesus said. Man doesn't live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. See, that becomes your mouth. You become a mouthpiece for God. Why not? The Lord's looking. He needs people like that. Only those who know the truth, who feel the truth, relish the truth, taste the eternal truth, can be the Lord's mouthpiece. Somebody's got to take that job, but there's, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Most people just know the illusion and speak about the illusion, speak death into people. Speak death, life, and rebirth. The cycle. They speak the cycle of rebirth to you. They can't get you out of it. This is the life, eternal life. They get so weird. They're trying to be eternal by putting their consciousness in an android that doesn't have any friggin' feelings. They want to put their conscious here. I'd rather put my consciousness in awakening my spiritual body and keep my consciousness there, so that that life is eternal. This is where we're putting our mind, where we put our attention. This is why the world is degraded, actually. People, they know this. Well, they sort of know. They don't know. They're caught in illusion. But the way Maya works is, is they got together, these elites, and they realize, well, we can control people by the word. They think in the same thing. They're like being gods. They know that they can control people by the word. See? But their word is selfish. Their word is a lie. Their word is self-serving. See, for their own material self-aggrandizement. See, so they know that's why the main. God darn it. I gotta get a wire. Let's try that. Yeah. Yeah. So they get together and they got all the media outlets. They started with the mainstream news, and so they pump out their whatever narrative they want to do. Oh, I think we want to keep people in fear today, so let us create something, a narrative, a word, a pastime for people to listen to. And they create all kinds of stuff, and then they do it with social media, which is an extension. So then people believe it, and then what happens? Then you get masses are in fear. Masses are in panic. Massive. And everything that's being done now, it's like you can see all this stuff when the Lord informs you. You see why people are hating each other. You notice this hate thing going on? Black lives matter, and the people are being divided instead of unified. See, this is the thing, and this is all the Lord's illusion. This is the illusion, man. All that stuff to cause friction and conflict, and all these things are created that way. And the word, see, the real word, the transcendental word, that's the whole thing. If people will realize the value of real life. See, Jesus spoke about it, but it just needed to be clarified more. And then Lord Chaitanya came 550 years ago to clarify, what is this life that Jesus was talking about? What is this life? And the Bible even says the name of God will deliver you. But what is it? What is the name of God? So the Lord came and said, yeah, the name. The Lord has different incarnations. Meditate on these names. Meditate on these transcendental pastimes, and you'll transcend this material consciousness into unlimited bliss, unlimited happiness, increasing. But people don't know this. And they're being destroyed because of this ignorance. Everybody, including these elites, they think they're in control, but they're not. They're being controlled by greed and lust for money, wealth, and control of the world. That's God's job. We should be lusting after the spiritual potency, right? Oh, I really want this. That's a good thing. That's a pure thing. Oh, I really want to chant the Lord's name and taste that nectar. Oh, yes. Like Lalita Ganga. I want to taste it like her. Yeah, I should be lusting like that. Then the Lord said, well, guess I got to give that to you. See, that's true love, is desire. That's pure desire. Oh yeah, I want to relish this transcendental potency. I want this to awaken my heart. I want to relish the holy name like these advanced devotees who they've gotten the special mercy of the Lord. See, that's Raganuga Bhakti. And that's, you see all these Vaishnavas, oh, you poor guys. But anyway, this is for your benefit. You need to know. You little Vaidhi Bhaktas, you're not desiring the right thing. You should be desiring to have what many of the devotees have here. Then you'll transcend the material world. You'll transcend Vaidhi Bhakti. You transcend Varnashram Dharma and the hard work of milking cows only. I mean, still you can milk whatever, you can do whatever you want. Or having obligation to follow the rules and regulations strictly. Obligation, you're obligated. Then it's your choice, like I was telling Shamagori. It's your choice now, yeah, but you know what's going to deliver you. That is, if you get fun, if that's fun for you, to follow Ekadasis and make all these dishes and potato dishes and stuff like that, and fine. But this is what really delivers you fast, is attachment to the Lord through the devotees who are attached to the Lord. Isn't that in Prabhupada's books? Haven't we read that many times? Matter of fact, you can do all those things and follow all those things, all those rules and regulations and fastings, and still you won't get Krishna Vrindavan. That's only through the devotees who chant the holy name of the Lord in ecstasy, which is here. See? This follows the path in the book, in Prabhupada's book. So people can say, no, it's Prabhupada said it's by doing the rules and regulations that we're going to get Krishna and Vrindavan. No, it's this. If you want, Johan will quote the verse. He's already written it down probably 150 times in these classes. He can write it down again if he wants. It's not by fasting, not by mantra yoga, not by sadhana bhakti, not by pious deeds, not by renunciation that you can attain Krishna Vrindavan. It's only by pure love of God and through the devotees who chant the holy names with great ecstatic devotion. And man, that's here. That's here. You show me where else that is. Show me. Show everybody here. Show anybody here. Oh, we don't show. Well, too bad. Then that's nobody gets then. People get here because it's being demonstrated. We teach the path by example. You got to be that verse. You got to be the verse. Those who have, chapter 23, Adi Madhya-lila. Those who have prema bhakti, sometimes they laugh, sometimes they cry and choke up when they chant the holy name, because prema is arising in their hearts. Not caring for outsiders. Hey man, do we care about outsiders? Hey, you can look all you want. You should, because if you do and you like this, you can come into this association and get Krishna Vrindavan. How badly do you want Krishna? How much do you want that, Lord? Because you can say, oh, I'm going to get Krishna. Oh, yeah, well, you got to follow the real process, which we teach here by example and also by the word, man. We pointed out, you see, it says that in the book. We got Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra here. We have the Sadhu saying, yeah, it works, man. I listened to this crazy Gohari, and here I am. Relishing this ecstasy. He hasn't been miserly with me, It hasn't been like he's going to be the guy for, 10,000 years and I'm just going to be nothing. You guys become something important to Krishna. And without bhakti, you're not. He doesn't, no bhakti. No. Just like now, when you have bhakti, you see the world is unimportant. And you become detached from worldly people who are like meditating on this. Become detached. It's like, well, that's, you want to come and get attached to what's real? You want real life? Well, come into an association of real people. This is our real family, actually. People, they say, well, that could be part of your family members. And people, as you advance in bhakti, you'll see this. They may think, oh, I don't want to like what you're doing. Oh, really? You don't like my life? Well, hey, man, Hey, you know, I wish you well that you come into real life, but this is my family, man. This is where real life is.
Real
Real life
family
is
speaks.
what?
Real family speaks the same language.
Yeah, same feeling, same they feel. Yes, family Krishna. What does it mean? In Vrindavan, everybody, they all love Krishna. They love his transcendental form. They name, all of this. It awakens prema, this devotion in there. And I don't care what kind. You can wear a perfect silk dhoti, with your gold watch and a big stick and everything. Oh, you don't like this prema family here? Oh, well, you're not part of the family. You're an outsider. All we can do is teach you how to become an insider. No, I don't want to listen. I want to carry my big stick and I have all my followers and all this, and I'm into Krishna and Vrindavan. Oh, no, you're not. But if you want to think you are, it's your choice. You know, we're here to preach to those who want to attain Vrindavan. And that's our. What else? You gotta have some focus. What's your passion? What do you stand for? Well, that's what I'm standing. What
Yeah.
do I do?
And you like to eat the same food, the food from home, actually. That's what you have with real family members. We eat the food of home.
This is home. Home is spiritual. Yeah, home is it's this is the food is the devotees themselves. Their names and their qualities, their pastime. This is our food. See, we have awakened spiritual senses. So the message to the world and to the worldly is, hey, you got to have you want real life. You want to transcend. Look at this misery here caused by these persons. They're jerking you around. They're being jerked around and they're jerking. It's just knee jerk stuff. And you're going to take another life and you're going to be miserable in this one. What's coming up, man, is a miserable thing, man. You won't believe this. Is a slave thing. By 2030, man, slavery, unless things turn around. Everybody be a slave. All right. It's moving fast, man. They're not, this plan is moving very fast. It's one thing after another, one conflict after another, causing the change. That's what the change, the way that. So this is happening, but it doesn't have to be that way. We are also preaching. This also could change things. Even if 5 or 10 people heard this kind of preaching, and they come on board with this, is powerful, man. This is the truth. That's why you see how much Krishna did just being on the side of the Pandavas. The Krishna wanted to show, I give all my armies over to those Duryodhana who wanted all the opulence. This is these people. They want all the opulences. Oh, I want all this tech. I want to be a technocrat, and I'm gonna use all this technology to control AI and everything, control the world like God. You see, they can be like gods. That's all it is. It's imitating God. It's an illusion. And Krishna's here with just a few people, okay? And he'll show that he's more powerful than any of that. The truth sets people free. The deepest truth, not partial truth. This condensed, clear truth sets people free. Because this is the kind of truth that makes everybody happy. Even, can you imagine these people? They're so miserable with all that money. And it shows when you see devotees in ecstasy that don't have the kind of money that they have, and you see, but these people are really happy, and I can't be happy with all my trillions, all my control. I'm just one wretched person. You ever see that Scrooge movie with a about Christmas. Scrooge, he had all this money. He was miserly, had no real happiness. That's these guys controlling the world. They're like this. Miserable wretches. Miserable. Very dark. But this can help, if they see more people, they think, really, what do I need to do? Well, hey, man, all you have to do is hang out with devotees and you'll find real happiness and your heart will change. This is what Lord Chaitanya did. He changed the heart of demons. They saw, wow, like this is amazing. People changed. Their hearts changed. That's all it is a change of heart. See? Okay. I offer my respectful obeisances to Pundarik Vijayanidhi. Lord Mahaprabhu happily called his name. Pundarik Vijayanidhi was interesting. He looked like a materialist, but he had love of God, love of Krishna. He loved Lord Chaitanya. He recognized because he was a devotee. He was in another village and everything. He heard about Lord Chaitanya. He knew, oh, God has come. And see, this is not whether you have or don't have. You don't have, you didn't have to give anything up. He was a wealthy landholder. He had servants. He had a lot of properties and money and all that stuff. But it was because he was a devotee. Some devotees, when they're in this world, they might be completely renounced externally, or they might just be householder types. That's kind of how their natural tendency, or they can switch roles. It doesn't matter, it's just all external. But they're all the same internally. They all have true love of God. See, that is the essential truth. They all love God. Could be they love Christ. They love Krishna. See, these are all different particular God forms. See, they all have it has its nature. When you love God, if you're loving the true God and not the Luciferian God, the materialist God, you love the spiritual Lord, it has a certain qualities. It's very purifying to the heart, very spiritually intoxicating if you really love the real Lord. See? Very blissful. You start to feel these experience states of bliss. And rapturous. You start to experience states of uncommon ecstatic union with that Lord. You find, this is my other half. This is who I belong to. And the Lord is thinking, oh, this is who I belong to. I belong to this person. Lord Chaitanya would say that about Vasudev Dat. He says, hey, Vasudev Dat owns me. He's he possesses me. I do whatever he says. And he wanted to liberate the world. Good for us, huh? I tell you, this is an amazing Kali Yuga. Watch the miracles. Vasudev Dat asked for the liberation of the world in this Kali Yuga, man. The Lord will fulfill his desire. We're just his, part of the plan. So isn't it nice to have a part in this plan? In Lord Chaitanya's plan? Think about that. That's Sachi, you're part of Lord Chaitanya's plan. Isn't that amazing?
Sometimes Lord Chaitanya seems far away to me.
Yeah, that's a union and separation, man. That's how it is.
But I do want to say one thing about this plan that you talked about, that the elite are doing,
Yeah.
causing problems in our world, how it's going very fast.
Hmm.
When you run, when people compete in running, in the run track, if somebody starts out really fast and runs fast, they wear themselves out. They never win.
Hmm.
It's the ones that pace themselves. So if it's running fast, if it's going fast, it's just not going to win. It's gonna it's gonna fizzle out. It's gonna wear out.
Well, people go at their own pace. Got to just find your pace.
Yeah, but
It's
I'm
individual.
talking about this nasty evil plan. It's gonna wear out. It's not gonna win.
Well, yeah, the Lord always wins in the long run. Probably for a time it'll be what it is. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see. In the meantime, glorify the Lord. I offer my respectful obeisances to Pundarik Vijayanidhi. Lord Mahaprabhu happily called his name. With a single heart, I offer my respectful obeisances to Pandit Gosai. I offer my respectful obeisances to the feet of Ishvar Puri and Madhavinda Puri. See, this is an example of a disciplic line. See, Madhavinda Puri, Ishvar Puri. What's the common denominator in there? Ecstasy. Madhavinda Puri was an ecstatic person. When he started to hear and chant in ecstasy and tears were coming, and he's crying like and laughing like a madman like this. Krishna appeared in a dream, said, because of your ecstatic love, see, because of that, I'm going to deliver the world. See, that's the disciplic line. He started, began with him. Those symptoms were in him. Prabhupada said it wasn't even in the sannyas ashram that he took in that group in the Madhava Sampradaya. It wasn't. There is hardly. Prabhupada said this. Hardly any symptoms of love of God. It was brought by him. See? Yeah, go ahead.
Guru Maharaj, didn't Advaitacharya had the symptoms already as well?
Yeah. He did, but not. Um, maybe not the conjugal. See, the conjugal mood is something different. So Madhavinda Puri brought in the conjugal mood, this Gopi Bhav. So, um, but I can't say for 100% sure, but that just came to my mind. It makes sense because it said Madhavinda Puri brought in this conjugal, and then Ishvar Puri transferred it to Ishvar Puri because Ishvar Puri he's like you guys. You're just very favorable to what's going on here and faithful. And so this is kind of coming to you. You're pleasing Krishna. Oh, you really believe in your heart in my devotees that are preaching this. And therefore, he's being kind. This is a disciplic line. And that you're justified basically by faith in the Lord's transcendental preaching in this world when it's here, because it's odd, it's different. It's like think, oh God, you're not like all these others. You're not like most of these other devotees. They're all kind of towing party lines and accepting the external preaching and accepting motivated leaders. They're not clear of material motives usually, and you know, but yet here you're accepting this preaching, which is different than theirs. So the Lord's very pleased, and to even accept this, you have to kind of want Krishna. You have to like hear that, what are we preaching, and get behind that. So you get behind this word, and not this varnashram. No, it's about varnashram dharma and external stuff, external ceremony. We're, so anyway, you're favorable to that. You want that, faithful in this, and therefore the Lord reciprocates. So that's a disciplic line. A lot of people, they don't know what is a real line. Can you imagine? The real line is that example right there. See, they had to show the example. They got to be the example. They got to be the word. They got to be the conception in their life. And then they get it. And then they teach it by that. But people are going against that example. They're going to gurus that don't have that kind of bhakti Madhavinda Puri had and Ishvara Puri got. Okay? Therefore, you're not representing of the real essence of Krishna consciousness. You got some external speculations on what you think it is. And that's why things are the way they are. If you're behind this preaching, you learn what is a real disciplic line. It's pretty clear. It's right there. You don't need a big, 6 pages of what is a guru. I saw once by what somebody said is the highest guru. 6 pages! And still didn't understand, oh yeah, real disciplic line, real guru is like Madhavinda Puri with ecstatic love of God. They're blessed with that anointing. Okay? And he passed that on to a sincere disciple who believed in him. Okay? Who passed it on to Lord Chaitanya. See, all ecstasy, 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 ecstasy. Where is that now? Where? Nobody teaching the real thing except here. You don't like it out there? Too bad, man. I'm still standing for the truth. I say this is real. This conception is going to deliver people because you see the ecstasy here. You see us standing for it too. I ain't towing party lines. I ain't compromising. I ain't saying, well, I should be respectful to. Hey, man, are you a real guru in the real line? Otherwise, stop bullshitting people in Krishna consciousness. Stop playing games, trying to be an authority, and you're no authority. You want to be an authority, you got to be an example. You have to have ecstatic devotion, like the devotees have in the line, and be able to transfer it now, because this is the standard we teach. We're here to teach the real standard of bhakti. Yes, it is correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna, pure love of God in others, are certainly guru. Are you that kind of standard guru? If not, well, that standard is here. So therefore, what are you in the way? You want people to be delivered? Are you a magnanimous person? Or are you a miser? Or are you self-centered and self-interested? That's the way most of the world is. That's why it's called religion. I abandoned that. But hey, man, I'm here to preach. You want to come out of religion? You got to hear the truth. You got to take shelter of the truth. See, and that truth will awaken the spirit in you. Ecstasy, praying, love, because it's the truth. See? You listen to speculation and all that, the Lord is bored in your heart and says, I don't like that. See, even by example, the Lord comes here was an example. Poets, were devotees and everything, but they were motivated and they weren't clear and all that. They didn't have pure devotion, and they come and present poems to the Lord. The Lord goes, I don't like it. I don't want to listen to it. Give it to Swarb Damodar. Let him correct that philosophy, that poem, that teaching. Then I'll hear it. See? It's the same thing. You guys out there in Krishna consciousness, if you're not delivering the clear truth that's actually in Prabhupada's books, the essence, the Lord ain't hearing it. You come here, we'll correct it and prove it to you. We'll show you right there in a book where this is the real truth. And otherwise, the Lord ain't going to hear you, man. not hearing your speculations. That's why you don't see a lot of ecstasy in Krishna consciousness movement. Pure love of God with the tears and the holy laughter and all that. But you see it here because we teach the real truth. That's in the books, in Prabhupada's books, in the Goswami books. All of it is here, taught and exemplified. No holding back. No, well, we got it, but we don't show it. All that murky teaching. Clarity here, clearness, example, just like it was in the book time. The book was about 500 years. People showed what ecstasy was, showed what devotion, right? Didn't they? What's already you reading about? You think it's all about, oh, I'm reading about Lord Chaitanya crying and laughing and all that, but don't show that now. No. Well, you don't show it because you ain't got it. Or you're just not here to preach that platform. We are. Is anybody greedy? Prove that you're spiritually greedy, then you'll come. Oh, yeah, this is what I want, man. Yeah, I want this ecstasy. Yeah, well, you come here, you'll probably, all your friends in Gaudiya Samiti and Gaudiya Math and ISKCON will probably spit on you at first. I'm saying at first, but later they'll come. But that's the test. Do you really want this, or you want the speculation and the rules and the ceremonies and the flowers, cookie distributions, and all that stuff? Yeah. See, with a single heart, I offer my obeisances to Gadar Harp Gosai. I offer my respectful obeisances to Govinda Gosai and Vakreshwar. They are like two wild bumblebees at the lotus flower of Lord Gaura's feet. See, wild bumblebees. What is that? Ecstatic, ecstasy. Remember Devananda Pandit? Remember that guy? Remember that rascal? Acting really humble like some of these other gurus, humble pies. Devananda Pandit, but the Lord said, that guy, he ain't humble. He threw my devotee out of his class, or allowed the students to throw him out of the class because he had ecstatic devotion. It was manifesting. See, manifesting. And he threw him out of the class. Yeah, that was the blessing for the whole class, was the ecstasy. He threw him out of the class. Don't they do that? They still follow the Devananda. In the name of being a Vaishnava, they're still following the Devananda Pandit path. Oh, let's throw the ecstatic devotees out of the temple. Can't you wipe those tears away? How dare you show this? See, Devananda Pandit path. And so Devananda Pandit was chastised by the Lord, just like there's a chastisement coming out of this mouth here. You notice? What happened? What was the result of that? People think, Gaur, you're so offensive for telling the truth, for telling what these pastimes really mean. Yeah, it seems, yeah, you're offended because you're it. You're actually that person spoken about. Because if you weren't, you'd laugh. You'd think, I know Devananda Pandit, but that's great. Thank you. Yeah, that's really true. I got that too. But no, most won't. No dare Gohari say against me, and that I'm like Devananda Pandit. How dare he? See, that means, you got that means you got something there. Go ahead. No, okay. You got something there. So anyway, we got chastised. That's why I'm just curious. See, I'm going shooting for the rhinoceros. I want to see if this really works. Just point out the truth like Lord Chaitanya did. Because he bagged Devananda Pandit that way. He pointed out and he became humbled. He became morose after he heard that chastisement when he had his stuff pointed out, the illusion. And what happened? He took shelter of Akrishwar Pandit. See? And became a pure devotee. Because that's how you do it. You got to finally acknowledge the pure devotees. See, if he would have did that with Srivas in the class, he would have got that mercy and became an ecstatic devotee. See, because you got to bow down. You notice bow down before the feet of the devotees and the Lord. That's the whole point. If you're not giving respect to ecstatic devotees who have the real spiritual potency, how are you going to attain Vrindavan? Tell me how. Is it possible if there's an ecstatic devotees here and you don't give them respect, how are you going to attain the spiritual? How can that be? You're not, you're not favorable here. How are you going to be favorable when you die? How are you going to do it? You don't like devotees here now. How are you going to like them later? That's why the devotees come here, to purify the people's consciousness so they get them ready to go into the spiritual world. See? What you bind, Jesus teaching, what you bind in this world, you bind in spirit. So if you bind devotion and favorability to real devotees when they're expressing the real spiritual potency in this world, see, through their temples, now you're going to get purified. And now you're washing your clothes. See, soon you're going to have spices in your kitri. See? Otherwise, you take your subtle coverings with you because they're not purified. So, what do we got here? We have, let's see. We'll start with Karuna. Karuna says, I feel like I'm being brainwashed. Thank Radha. The propaganda is coming from the ecstatic guru. Yeah, I mean, brainwashed. The thing is, when you're brainwashed, see, if you're washing your brain with illusion, see, that's kind of, you're dirty. It's dirty. If you're washing your brain, consciousness, see, comes in your ears, washing your brain with the truth, isn't that what it's all about? To wash the brain with truth, the truth, and how to, if you, the thing is, people, if you're a little bit detached, you can look at the result of this kind of washing, with truth, hearing about the truth.
Cleansed.
What?
Being cleansed.
Being cleansed. You feel cleansed. Yeah. But if I look at people that are they're being brainwashed by motivated persons trying to make them slaves and enslave them, then that's not good. I mean, that's, people see they naturally want to be washed. I think this is natural. So we look to our father and mother to wash us. So if my father and mother is the illusion, the Maya, then we get dirty because that's what she just, you don't get very clean. And so, but if our father and mother is Krishna and Radha, see, or devotion to Krishna, see, like this, then, and practically his name and pastimes, and this bhakti arising, this devotion arising, this is our new cleansing. See, and it has a wonderful result, an unlimited one. It's a beautiful thing. See, so that's why it's interesting. They call it the bhakti cult. See, cults generally have a bad name. Cult, part of the cult. That's a material cult. It's a bad name. They have material motivation. We have a spiritual motivation. The bhakti cult is to awaken bhakti in others and maintain that. And the bhakti cult the result is unlimited. it's amazing. I mean, just you can analyze it from a neutral point of view and say, well, yeah, look at the unlimited ecstatic feelings. Look at this intelligence that comes. It's different than the world. It's different than Fauci's or Bill Gates' intelligence. It's different, isn't it? It's more purified, more complete, more it's more simply understood. You don't have to be a computer programmer to understand the language. You just have to be awakened. You know, we already understand this. This is inherent in our soul, just needs to be unlocked. See, we unlock doors instead of locking doors. They're locking everybody's consciousness, locking people out of that connection, locking themselves in the process. This is not good for anybody. Somebody read that.
The echo of your voice makes me think of Big Brother. We are blessed. Is the best Big Brother backed up with symptoms and shastras and sadhu?
Yeah, you know, see, a lot of people think it's about, see, this is what the demigods are. They don't understand how it works as clearly as we do by the mercy we getting, okay? They think bad to have Big Brother. See, the Big Brother is the television. You notice, and that if you watch that movie, the Big Brother was the television, and the voice was coming on the television. That's these people, the elites, you know, or whatever they are, the propaganda. See, so was the Big Brother. See, the voice on the television. See, telling them a vision. This is the way it is, and blah blah blah. Be in fear and all that stuff. See, that's what people have been listening to. But you also need a Big Brother. If you notice, uh, Balaram was the older brother of Krishna. Or was he? Was he the older brother? Yeah, older brother. Okay, yeah. And Nityananda was also, he was like the older brother of Lord Chaitanya. So he could take care of them, you know. And so that Krishna is in our heart dormant. See, the Lord is in there. But he needs Big Brother. He needs a spiritual Big Brother. So the spiritual Big Brother leads you to the awakening, see, and leads you to freedom. See, there's a difference. This is leading you, this is the Big Brother of Maya. See, it's a reflection, it's a shadow of the truth. And it leads you to limitation and enslavement. So right now, Big Brother is coming really strong to enslave people. So I don't know. To me, I would listen to Big Brother here because we're also like a television. You know, we're telling you a vision, but what is this vision? It's the vision of the truth in the scriptures. See, the book Bhagavat, these conceptions, this concept. See, we're broadcasting that, right? Just like they're broadcasting their vision. Well, we want limitation. We want you to be in fear. That way we can control you. You won't be able to think straight. See, all these material motivations. We want to control. We want you as slaves. We like your energy. We need your energy for batteries. Need you to work, you know, like this. And the ones we don't use, we just get rid of. See, this is not for our, this is the shadow potency. See? Here we got a television, right? I'm telling you a vision. Is it my personal vision? Well, I'm making it mine because I really love these scriptures. I believe in them. They help me. They've given me what I would call real life. I'm a witness. Yeah, man, this is good stuff. You know, you also become, all I'm just telling you what the Lord is showing me. You know what I'm saying? This is good stuff. I love it, man. You're saying, hey, yeah, what he's saying. He's telling us a vision. You know, I'm telling you what the Lord is showing me in the scriptures, you know, and you're saying, yeah, I like it too. It's really giving me life. And that's proof that this is good. This is a good thing. This is better than that. This is a transcendental thing. This is liberating. Hey man, you can ask your look at your own example, listening to these gurus even. What is the result of that? Are you feeling more free, more unlimited? Is your bliss and ecstasy, which is really the point of Krishna consciousness, is to relish transcendental bliss, transcendental ecstasy? Are you feeling that progressively? Go ahead.
Yes, what I wanted to say is this is very nice explained in Srimad Bhagavatam 11.9.4. I posted the text.
Uh-huh. Go ahead, read it.
In this world, two types of people are free from anxiety and merge in great happiness. One who is a retarded and childish fool, and one who has approached the Supreme Lord, who is beyond the three modes of material nature. So those here they are explained in this verse, those two visions.
Yeah, and that's how it is. If you're retarded, usually it's because of your karma, bad karma, and you're a fool and retarded. But the other is the how's it put? One, okay. All right. In this world, there are two types of people: are free from all anxiety and merged in great happiness. One is a retarded and childish fool, and the one who has approached the Supreme Lord. Yeah, you approach like that. Actually, you approach. Hey, I'm just a wretched, retarded person. You feel that's like I'm nothing special. That's the truth, man. We've fallen. We're fallen. That's we're fallen souls, and the Lord picks us up. See, that's conclusive. I'm not a fallen. I'm a Brahmin. I know all, like this. And the Lord thinks, oh, well, I don't like your mood. See? So a retarded person usually doesn't, a fool and a retarded person, they don't approach the Lord. Either they could be like literally like retarded because of their karma and all that, or you're just a person. To me, Bill Gates is retarded and Fauci, they're retarded. They sound like and everything, but to me, they're retards. They're retarded and they're childish and they're foolish, very foolish persons. But we all are. The difference is we're approaching the Supreme Lord and he's lifting us. See? So that's the repentance, is you just got to admit you're just a retarded fool, wretched, fallen person. And then, but we approach the Lord, don't we? Is that, hey man, that's all they got to do. That's all their followers got to do. Well, maybe the followers will come first, who don't have all that money and are suffering because of listening to them. Hey, any of you out there listening to this, you can come here, and approach the transcendental Lord like we have. We're, and we get spiritual strength. We get lifted up, and we're not becoming fool. We consider ourselves fools, but what the Lord is revealing to us is not foolishness. And it's giving us the grace not to be retards, because we're lifted by the Lord's grace. What other word? Childish, yeah. And we approach like a child, but in a sense, we're not childish in that sense because we have real mature wisdom, right? Mature wisdom is to become as a little child, and that's fine. That's a great mood. The Lord himself is like that.
A childlike.
Childlike, yeah. Childish is the world, being like it is. Read that.
Guru Maharaj, can I ask something?
Yeah.
Because we were talking about Nityananda, the brother of Lord Chaitanya. What happened to Vishvarup, actually? He took sannyas
Yeah, took sannyas and went to South India and
and
preached,
disappeared.
and then he died. Yeah, or
Okay.
disappeared or something. Who knows? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, the Lord, just has his pastimes in different ways. Yeah, and so Nityananda came as the brother. And again, we're all like, in a sense, big brother. You see, as we get this mercy, we become the big brother and sister to others. You notice? People need it. You know? Otherwise, you go to the big brothers out there, if they're not self-realized. See, self-realized, you realize that the Lord is so kind to us in Kali Yuga. He allows us to realize the real self. See, and this gives us strength, gives us life, gives us ability, see, to help others and be a big brother to others. Some don't. A lot of people don't. No, I don't want you as a big brother. I'm going to listen to Fauci and Bill Gates and the politicians, and or even I'm going to listen to these motivated gurus who haven't realized Krishna or still has hypocrisy in them, claiming to be deliverers and they can't deliver you. I'm sorry, that's hypocritical. And if you say, well, I still believe in them as my big brother, okay, well, fine. See the results you get. See? Bottom line is, well, I'm not here, so Prabhupada was trying to teach and Bhakti Siddhanta to do, look for the symptoms, and people still didn't get looking for the symptoms. They didn't get it. Well, anyway, I'm again preaching that, and many people are going to get it. And if you don't get it, well, then you're just like they were teaching to, you still didn't get it. You're at that cycle. But look for the symptoms. You look here, man, people you could see they've got the transcendental mercy of the Lord. Okay, with this guru, that guru, you see people with the transcendental mercy of the Lord? I mean, to me, isn't that what Krishna consciousness is all about? To get the transcendental mercy of the Lord. What do you think the purpose of Krishna consciousness is? To develop the material system of Varnashram Dharma. It's a material system. It's just in the mode of goodness, but goodness is still material. See, we're here for progressive devotees. Are you ready to progress? You want to learn the spiritual system. The spiritual system is ecstatically worshiping by the truth. The truth is, hey, let me find a sangha of ecstatic devotees who worship the Lord in ecstasy. That's where self-realization is. That we worship like this. That's why this is the worship here, in spirit and truth. This brings about the blissful spirit of ecstasy. See? Because we're worshiping the conclusive truth, not speculating. This is speculative when I say, oh yeah, we're Guru Devs and we can deliver our disciples, and see, you're preaching that as the truth. That ain't the truth, man. The truth is, are you a Madhavinda Puri, man? Have you got ecstatic devotion? Otherwise, you're no deliverer. You can't make a disciple like Ishvara Puri, who was ecstatic, who transferred that to his disciple, Lord Chaitanya. You're not like that. Therefore, what kind of Krishna consciousness are you preaching? It's not very high standard. It's full of speculation, and it's going to have a material result still. Well, maybe down the line gradually. See, again, that's why they preach many lifetimes. Too much speculation in Krishna consciousness. This is the problem. Too much friggin' speculation. Therefore, oh yeah, many lifetimes. That's why here they get it now, quick. Move along. Hey, not many lifetimes, because here we conclusive and clear, clarify everything. That's what the books are about. See, by the action of the book Bhagavat. See, taught as it is by a devotee, absorbed in mellows. See, this devotion is transferred into the heart of others who hear. There you go. that simple. That's why it comes so fast. It's meant to come fast. It's meant that at some point you're going to have a bona fide spiritual master, and you're going to have that has the absorbed in mellows, and they're going to teach you the real Bhagavat. Not compromise, not speculate, just as it is. And therefore, very quickly, you're going to awaken your spiritual body by hearing that, because that awakens the spiritual body of the devotee. Why shouldn't it awaken yours? That's the process. So here we go. Read that, Tom. Oops.
Indeed, they have a strategic plan for devotees who want to walk the path of truth.
Who has a strategic plan?
Yeah, I have to see the context.
Yeah. Okay, read this. Maybe there's something there.
They control devotees by pulling them down from coming to the ecstatic path, by showing their powers, by blocking them.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if they were on the ecstatic platform, then they would think in a more magnanimous way, like the Lord, because you're coming on this, you start thinking like the Lord thinks and the real devotees think. They act for the welfare of others without material motivation. They realize people, they won't be happy until they're married to the Lord, until you're joined, and they're the only ones capable of joining you to the Lord. Okay? No, unless you are already connected to the Lord, you can't join other people. How can you? You have to know what that is. You have to have the right understanding, right? To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, I give them real knowledge and real understanding. If you're not one of those, you're not a real guru in the Krishna consciousness movement yet. You're just a child, foolish. I'm not a foolish child. Well, then that proves it. I'm a foolish child, a retard. But the Lord has shown me how to approach him. And I can confirm what I'm thinking and saying in Prabhupada's books. And then by the sadhus. Therefore, it's an ironclad, unshakable argument. I mean, unless you don't believe in Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, I do. I think it's the greatest philosophy in the world. I get it's the greatest understanding in the world. Are these conceptions taught in these books? It's something I can stand under. See, understanding, I stand under this is my foundation. And I preach from that foundation. And the result is those who are listening is very good. Therefore, I think, yeah, this is truth, man. It's confirmed in my experience as guru. It's confirmed in the sadhus who are listening and the book. You show me any better confirmation than that what we're doing is not sahaja. And if you can't understand by seeing the experiences of sadhus here and the experience of guru here and what we're preaching that are in the books, hey man, you're a real retard, really retarded. I don't care how big a PhD you got there. If you can't understand this preaching, you're a retard and a foolish child. Very foolish. And anybody following you is a stupid fool too. What can be the result? You follow fools, you become a fool. You follow retards, I don't care how big their title is, you become a retard. And you cannot, to me, it is retarded not to understand this preaching. Because if one wants out and you hear this, it's very logically taught with logic and discrimination, just like the book. And if you say, well, no, I'm a PhD, I still don't understand what you're talking about, Gohari. Well, I'm sorry, but you're a retard and you're a foolish child. Well, not me. Well, that proves that because that's how we all are. We're all retarded, we're all foolish, and we're all childish, or children. See? The only difference here is we accept that empowerment, the Lord's true glories. And I say they're true because of how they proves it. See, you gotta have a stand in something. So we have a stand. I stand that this is the real understanding and the real truth because of the results and because the book teaches it and my experience also and your experience and the books. See, Guru Sadhu Shastra. If people still can't understand what we're talking about if they come and listen, well, they're just not purified enough to get it. Let them continue chanting the holy name for a few more lifetimes and doing their ceremonies, external worships until they're ready. Because some people must, I know that there are people out there that are looking for this. It's just about making the connection. See, that's our work, is to bring this information out to others who are looking sincerely.
Can I say something?
Of course.
I was thinking of Rukmini. She also had a big brother, yes. And I see the sentence, there was no need of being too affectionate towards such a brother. So the affection from Rukmini towards her own brother, it was kind of misplaced. It was not in the disciplic line, yes. So that connection from Rukmini with her brother, she felt affection, but it was not in the disciplic line.
Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. And she was a devotee, but still had some attachment to family. It's natural. See, the Lord ain't waiting for you. He says, you want to wait till you're perfectly cleansed of all material affinities. You know, the Lord, he doesn't work like that, really. When you make the real connection, he helps you by giving himself to you. See? He gives you his real self, manifests in your heart, and cleanses gradually by hearing, chanting, remembering like this, watering this. See, this is a favorable place for those who are to awaken, because we think, oh, you crying today? Very nice. Oh, you're laughing like a mad woman, madman? No, very nice. Not like, hey, wipe those tears, man. How dare you cry while you're giving class? No.
So what I feel is when there's a brother and we feel affectionate towards, we feel that attractiveness, that protection, we have to distinguish it from the real protection, from the real brother, and not fall into this habit of material affection. Yes, like you said.
Yeah.
It's very natural, actually. It's a natural process. The Lord will give you more taste for Him. It's not we have to. It's a gradual process.
Yeah, that's right. So Katie says, love is my religion. Anybody have any thoughts about that? Go ahead, say something.
Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
Yes.
What was I going to say? I put my hand up to say something. I can't remember. But I'll tell you one thing. Hare Krishna.
Okay, great. Thank you. Anybody else? Go ahead, mute your mic there. There you go. Okay, anyway, love is my religion. I would just, to make it more conclusive, is because love is, everybody says, yeah, love, I do love, I love. Yeah. Well, how, can we get something more substantial and
Ecstatic love.
Yeah, and more than that. Well, not more than that, but to add more clarity, how about love of God? See, love of God, love of Krishna, because love has an object by nature. Otherwise, it's kind of nebulous. Oh, love is see, it's always love. It's like you, when you have love in this world. Yeah, I love my husband, right? You have an object. It awakes a feeling, right? Object. I love my child, right? So love of child, love of man. I love my country. I'm, patriot. Yeah, it has an object, right? Well, when you talk about love as, say, spiritual, then what's its object? Well, in this Krishna consciousness, to become conscious of Krishna, you have to love Krishna. And to be more clear about that, because Krishna in this world comes as his name or his pastimes and or. Do you love his name? Because that's him in this world. That's why he left the name. Lord Chaitanya didn't he have an object? Lord Chaitanya, he had devotion to Krishna, love of Krishna. It wasn't just, I just love. No, he had love of Krishna. And because of that, he could love others also. And it's not just nuclear. Well, I have love for my child, but I don't feel anything. He had love of God, and it's more unlimited. So love of God, and then you have more love for others. Or in fact, especially when they start developing love of Krishna, you feel an affinity for those.
You could sell these talks and yoga classes around the world, and people would discover so much about what yoga really means.
You sell them. Put on your suit and go market. I love to analyze things, Yeah. So even Lord Chaitanya talked about the religion of this age is to remember Krishna and remind others. That's what we're doing here. Remembering the truth, reminding others of the truth. Okay. I offer my respectful obeisances to Mari Gupta. To him I pray, if you place your mercy in my thoughts, I will earnestly and joyfully sing Lord Gora's glories. See, that's the mercy. See, he's saying, Murari Gupta, you're a devotee of the Lord. I approach you so that I can be like you. See, Murari was the singer, right? He earnestly would sing about the Lord with devotion. Yeah, let me be like you if I get your mercy. That's the whole idea. When you go to a guru, isn't that what you should be going for? So that you can earnestly sing the glories. Don't you want to be like Lochan Das? That's a real correct, if you want a correction, that's a pure-hearted desire. That's an intelligent desire. That there's no foolishness there. You're a fool with a big title if you think that to go to Krishna for something else other than, hey, Lord, or the Lord's devotee, or to Prabhupada for a position as a guru, as a big cheese and a big leader, and get a lot of money in buildings, that's foolishness. No, you see, the real example is Lochan Das. Oh man, you're a pure devotee, Murari Gupta. You have that desire to sing the glories of the Lord. I want that. I want that mercy, that inclination, that bhakti lata bij. I want that. Anybody like that out there that listens? That's the treasure, man. That's the gold, is the inclination to glorify the Lord in earnestness, with great ecstasy and bliss. That's the treasure. That's the wealth. That's worth more than trillions of Bill Gates or these other elites. This is what they don't know. This is the wealth, man. This makes one eternal, because we'll be eternally doing that, right? I'd never stop, every day, glorifying the Lord, man. Highest truth, distinguished from the illusion, even in religion, to help the devotees overcome the faults in religion. They're faults in religion, man. You fall in them, you stay in religion and die in religion. Give me the old time religion, it stays old. See, see, you associate with devotees like this and hear this glorification, you become like them. Your desires become like them, because we're telling you a vision, the vision of what devotees really are like. It's right there in the book. I'm just magnifying, clarifying. See, this is the true boob tube. This is, you become a gopi with transcendental. The other makes you a boob, a real boob, of the world. A real stupid, foolish person. You listen to the boob tube. You gotta listen to this boob tube, and you'll become a gopi. High standing hill. Sticking straight to Krishna.
We need the youth of Radha Krishna.
What?
For all those old religions, we need the youth of Radha Krishna.
This is Corinna's problem. Let me mute him. There we go. Okay, go ahead.
We need this youth of Radha Krishna. This youthful,
yes. Yeah.
For all those old making religions, these dark making religions. Oh my God.
Yeah. You know how women's, the breasts, they get saggy when they get old, right? The gopis, their breasts stay firm and straight. This is bhakti, man. I'm sorry you have to use these terms, because people, oh, how dare he talk about, well, hey man, that's true. Vishwanath was talking about, because this is the youth. You stay youthful. We got a transcendental body, man. With transcendental boobs, just they're spiritual. They stay firm, upright. Here in the world, they're sagging because we're material women. They try to keep their youth going and everything, but you end up getting old and, having babies and all that stuff. And, here, people even get a sense of, boy, that person looks really youthful and effulgent. Yeah. So what do we got here, Freddie? Okay, read this here, Tom, coming up here. Let's see what Freddie has to say.
If one generalizes love to everything and everyone, even towards religion, then it's still material. It's not the same as the transcendental love of God, which is dormant, present in every conditioned soul.
Yeah, It is. It's dormant, and all it has to do is be awakened because we're naturally devotees. Everybody. So the shadow is here. Here's Maya, right? Very easy to become devotee of Maya. Very easy. Children there, wife is there, having children, wealth there is right before us. Of course, you got to work hard, because that's what Maya does, makes you work really hard. Truth is we get connected with Krishna and then everything becomes easier. Just naturally. Even eventually you even get this job. When you feel, like when you feel purified and you really love of God is awakened, everything, he'll say, oh boy, you're ready for this job. But you can't imitate it. You got to have that. You got to have that commitment, that ecstasy. And then the Lord will, make you a guru like that. And people might even support you. Like here, I get donations. People are supporting what we're doing. Why not? I'm doing my job, right? You got to work. Otherwise, you'll be one of these homeless people on the street. So if this job is important to the world, people will support it and do when they find out. And so that'll happen to everybody as you really get committed and ecstatic and all that. Just naturally, the Lord say, okay, well, hey, man, make you guru, and then people will help you. If that's, some people like Murari Gupta, he just continued his job. He was a physician, which was good, a physician, Ayurvedic, and he would heal their material diseases and spiritual. Some are different, people are different. Doesn't matter. Whatever, you just realize God and everything will just fall into place, whatever way he wants to use you. Doesn't matter. At that point, you're saved. That's the main thing, man. You're saved from this cycle of birth and death. Here you go, Tom.
It is said in the 10 offenses to not blaspheme devotees who has dedicated their lives for chanting of the holy names, nothing personal to you or anyone here. They and the other offenses to the chanting.
Yeah, blaspheme devotees chanting the holy name. Who's chanting the holy name? The whole name. Who's chanting the whole name? See, holy name is, if you're chanting the holy name, then you experience its holiness. You experience the prema arising from that. See? So who's experiencing that? Who's chanting the whole name? Or are you just chanting the name Krishna without the feeling? This is what we're here to teach. Otherwise, there are a lot of people chanting a holy name that were murderers. When we have in the Gaudiya Math and ISKCON, there have been murders, man, and they were chanting the name, but in Namaparad. See, but yeah, go ahead.
Chastising is not the same as blaspheming. There's a difference between correcting.
Yeah. It's the same thing. Lord Chaitanya would chastise Devananda Pandit, and the people might say, well, you're criticizing that devotee. Well, yes, in a sense, you're just pointing out that the guy isn't what he is. He's not bona fide. So, and that's the truth. And if you believe in lies, what's going to be the result? You're not going to get the transcendental result, not directly. See? So when Jesus did the same thing. He didn't just go around and just say, oh, you Pharisees, you're wonderful and all that. He chastised. He said, actually, you guys are not representing the spiritual Lord. You're full of material motivations. You're snaky. There's a lot of in religion, a lot of leaders and gurus like this. They're snaky, just like in the world. These guys are snakes. The Fauci's, they're hypocrites and liars. There's a lot of that in religion. And if you believe in that, well, that's the problem. Look, everybody can check their feelings. Okay, I believe in this guru. What's your feel? How are you feeling now, man? After I was with a guy in a taxi. I used this story before. He was a devotee. He was in Mayapur for 3 months. He was building a house. And I was in the taxi, and he was a disciple of one of these gurus, one of these big gurus, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm talking to him about Krishna, and then we're chanting together. And the guy just changed and looked at me. He says, I feel relief. I've been in Mayapur for 3 months, and I was not happy inside. And I have a guru and all of this, and I'm doing service, but just being in this cab, driving to the airport with you and chanting with you, I feel solace. I feel thank you so much. See? These guys need chastisement. They're leading, many of them, their disciples don't have a spiritual result yet. We're trying to help that. Because here it's all about the spiritual result. We got no time. You want to do this many lifetime things? Fine. Do your many lifetimes. We're here for who people want Krishna now. They want him quick. They want to go through they're willing to go through the purification of their own attachment to these false ideas, fighting, being purified. You got to feel this, do the hero's journey, man. Show that God, that you really want him, and the false ego ain't going to mislead you away. And if he does, you come back. So we're here for that. If anybody's out there, if you just want to worship offensive people and think that that they can deliver you, people that are actually have a fence between themselves and God, then fine, go out there and do it. This is for people who are ready to be progressive. Because the bottom line is, if this preaching was offensive, there would be no ecstasy here. I'd come here and I would not be able to chant the holy name where prema awakens if this was so against God. That's what everybody's got to see. But they can say, oh, Gohar, he's a sahaja, he's offensive and all that, but they stay dry. There's no dryness here. There was no dryness in Lord Chaitanya chastising sometimes. It was for the welfare of others. It helps make sweep the brambles off the path of pure devotional service. We got to do some sweeping sometimes. Otherwise, people think, oh, those brambles, yeah, they're good. They're blocking your way, my friends. We got to take them off the path. Go ahead, read this.
The difference is that you experience transcendent. Oh,
read that first.
Once such love is awakened in you, then what is the difference? Once such love is awakened in you, then what is the difference? It's different in taste and quality.
Yeah, it says okay. If this kind of love, this devotion to Krishna is awakened, you'll experience transcendental mellows. Otherwise, not. See? So when you say what is the difference, well, then you just got to keep getting purified there until you realize the difference. Because it's a matter of tasting the difference. It's just like when your tongue is more qualified in this transcendental level, then you start tasting the transcendental varieties. Otherwise, you might think, what is the difference? See, it's very easy to, you go to the ice cream store, very easy in Maya to go and taste this flavor, and that, right? It's easy. So this, you got to make spiritual progress and purify your consciousness, and you start to taste transcendental varieties. See, it's an acquired taste in that sense. So if you're just still thinking that level, what is the difference? Well, you're at that level. Keep coming, keep getting purified, keep serving, and you'll see it'll condense more into mellows, each taste, rasas. See, not just one rasas, various.
And your relationship with Krishna starts growing unlimitedly.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a matter, purification.
It's, and it's also in Bhagavad Gita 3:42 that there are different levels of satisfaction. Satisfaction of the senses, satisfaction of the mind, satisfaction of intelligence, and the supreme satisfaction is on the soul, is of the soul. And actually, we are seeking after that satisfaction of the soul.
Yes.
That's the ultimate.
That's the mellows. See, we're in this Kali Yuga, we're fortunate because this hasn't always been revealed. This is like this oneness with God is usually, like where the most you could usually get at a time you become one with God. You feel that oneness. It's kind of a Brahman level, but very deep things are being given here. Okay, so let's see what else here. Okay, back to the story. I offer my respectful obeisances to Srivas Thakur and Haridas Thakur. I yearn to attain the feet of Mukunda Dat and Vasudev Dat. See, isn't that interesting? Just like the Lord's feet, right? Two souls. Two souls. The devotees have two souls too. See, they have devotion to Krishna. I yearn to attain their feet. See, their feet, their souls, the twin souls, devotion to Krishna. That's what you get with a real devotee. That's all we offer here. Go through the purification and get that devotion to God, devotion to the Lord. I offer my respectful obeisances to Ramananda Roy, the abode of spiritual love. Eternally, I offer my respectful obeisances to Jagannananda Pandit. So the bottom line is, can people see that you are the abode of spiritual love? Can people see that? What is this hiding? That's why I'm calling the bluff, man. Well, no, we don't show that. Oh, well, I think people need to know, are you the abode of spiritual love like that devotee? Right? Isn't that the abode of spiritual love? Ramananda Roy, the abode of spiritual love. See, he was the abode of mellows, man. He knew about all those mellows, transcendental mellows. See, all glories to the devotees who are the abode of spiritual love. So people need to understand these, analyze these things clearly. All glories to the devotees. See, you need to glorify the devotees who are the abode of spiritual love. And then you got to understand, well, what are the symptoms of spiritual love? That they're the abode of spiritual love. what do they just say? Yeah, yeah, this person, he loves Krishna, he loves God. Yeah, yeah. Where are the symptoms? What are those symptoms? That person has been chosen by the Lord's abode, is awakened in their heart, and the Lord is seated there, that they're in transcendental relationship with God. What is the proof? Where's the pudding? Yeah, the bottle, yeah. It's just yeah. Otherwise, what kind of guru are you in this? What kind of leader are you in this Krishna conscious movement? If you're not the abode of spiritual love and its symptoms, which are the tears, when you chant the Lord's name and calling out the ecstatic bliss, the laughing, the crying, the prema arises, that's its nature, that's the symptoms. To say, oh yeah, let me associate with you. There's an abode of spiritual love there. And that's how you get it, by association. That's Krishna consciousness in a nutshell. Why aren't they teaching this? Because the teachers are not in the abode of spiritual love. That's the problem. They don't know this. It's right there, plainly evident in the teachings and the books. All glories, see, all glories means, hey man, who are you giving respect to? Those who are not the abode of spiritual love, or those who are the abode of spiritual love? Who are you giving your obeisances to? To those who are not the spiritual abode of spiritual love, or those who are? Because if you do those who are, and you can recognize, and you're taught by somebody the real symptoms of those who have spiritual love, and that love is abiding in them, and doesn't go away. See, that's the path, is the devotee. Oh yeah, I pay my obeisances there and not to the Maya. Those who are wannabes, who are pretending to be, the false acharyas, the false gurus, the false spiritual master. No, the real spiritual master, the real devotees, the real ones who are the abode of spiritual love. That's where the door to the kingdom of Vrindavan is. Or Garden of Eden, whatever you want to call it. You know, where there's closeness with God, intimacy. Okay? All that's here. All that's here. Where else is it? Where do you see the symptoms of the abode of spiritual love? Yeah, with its symptoms. See how we kind of show, where is the path? The path is the devotee. Where is the pure devotional path? It's the abode of spiritual love. Where is that person? It's personified, right? In a person. Oh, it's in Lord Chaitanya. Yeah, well, people say that. Oh, yeah, I worship Krishna. I believe in the abode of spiritual love, Krishna, Lord Chaitanya. And they don't know the symptoms. And they go follow some mundane person, some mundane guru still, some wannabe with material motivations. That's not proof that you know. You know by being an example of a real disciple, a real follower of the abode of spiritual love, right? It's simple. Otherwise, what kind of example are you? You're an example of following the Lord's Maya in religion. That's called religion. You can't distinguish what is spiritual, who is the abode of spiritual love, because you believe in those who are not. What kind of disciple are you? Not very good. You want to be a better one? We'll teach you. Very simple. Why? Because we're all retards here and foolish children and not afraid to admit it. And therefore the Lord likes people like that. We're his court jesters, his jokers, like Johann. He likes people like that. We know our place. Go ahead.
Yeah, but those disciples, they don't look at the right checklist. They don't have the right checklist, and that's a problem. That's why they keep on believing in those wrong gurus. I made another checklist twice, actually. It's not on their checklist. The symptoms. Does the guru has the symptoms of ecstasy? It's not on their checklist.
It would put them out of a job. That's the problem. And they probably don't even know anyway. This is, you think Krishna? See, Krishna's the see. If you got Krishna, he's going to give you good intelligence. And you know, it's so funny. I remember when I first started preaching this stuff on the internet, and I thought, wow, this is so great, Lord. Thank you for revealing it. I put the verse out and I give an explanation. I thought, wow, this is so fantastic. And then I got all these people, what is it? Rah, 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 rah. I said, boy, these people can't appreciate something that's really wonderful. You know, and then I didn't stop. I realized, no, I can't help it. These people just, the Lord ain't given them the intelligence, not purified. They got all these things they want to be, instead of, I thought, why wouldn't people want truth? Isn't truth the valuable thing? And no, they want to be victorious in an argument. That's what's valuable. Big scholars, these big guys, one guy studies everything and all this, and I write all my stuff, and he's like, what is this, man? That's not, no, and they all want to be bigger, a bit more. This is called false ego. Yeah.
They all look like university students.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, it's about truth, man. Hey, if we topple some of these buildings, the things that were built on a flimsy foundation, that's good, Topple our, hey, man, you're welcome to try to topple this preaching. Try. That's why I say, hey, I put out the PhD guy and all this and say, hey, man, Acharya Dave, I'll call you by name. If this is what I'm saying is wrong and all this stuff, well, it wouldn't stand. But why? What do you have against the truth? If what you're preaching would stand, why do you have to defend it? Like, just preach it. And we're preached this. I preach that it's about something else, something deeper, not about titles and that, well, Prabhupada appointed us gurus, even though most of us fell down, that we're going to deliver people. Yeah. Anyway, the right preaching delivers people. That's the thing. Yeah, anyway. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here. My voice is starting to hurt. And a lot of people here. We have 13 to 16 people today. It's great. Finally, I'm part of Transcendental Retards. Yeah. Okay, so I'll end it here. And thank you very much for coming, everybody.
Nice to see everybody.
Hare Krishna. Thank our audience out there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm using the TV today I got big thing here.
Oh, big screen.
Big screen, the whole TV. It's about,
Wow.
yeah, about.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
You look like you work in a silk shop in the back streets of Radhakund.
I know. I got the camera on top of the TV. Yeah. Yeah, it's picking up everything. Okay, guys, thank you for coming, everybody, and we'll end it now.